Heavenly Host Radio. Watch with me. On this channel, we discuss breaking free from toxic cycles, the strongholds of addiction, sexual abuse and sexual assault, intimate partner violence, domestic violence, and generational curses. The concept of having a fragmented past or a life as an individual that might have been through sexual trauma or assault or intimate partner violence or domestic violence. In the Bible, we know that there are many stories of sexual assault that happen to individuals where the abusers are never punished. And in modern times, that can raise a difficult question for the survivors. Why did I go through this? And most times, people don't have an answer to the victim. That where is the punishment for the abuser? When we look to church or we look to scripture, we understand that a response to a person that's been through trauma or sexual assault or abuse, responses can be traumatizing. Lack of support, a lack of knowledge about the situation, denying that the person went through what they went through, or victim blaming an individual can further traumatize a survivor and affect their ability to be spiritually grounded. When we're discussing the core of biblical or theological perspectives on healing a fragmented individual, a person that has suffered some sort of trauma, we have to focus on the self-worth and being a child of God. This process involves confronting the effects of trauma by reclaiming their voice, which means helping a person express the abuse, which can trigger shame or self-hate. Forgiveness is a huge process, especially if it's not a singular event. There are stages to healing, stages to truth-telling, and mourning those situations that caused the trauma. There are levels of resources that we can use for support, and I've mentioned it many times before on this channel, that RAIN is a national network that focuses on healing and finding resources for those who have been through sexual violence and those that have been through domestic violence or sexual assault. Whether you're a man or a woman that has gone through intrafamilial childhood sexual abuse or issues that have caused long-standing problems, we look to scholarly research, scholarly articles, or literature that focuses on how to deal with those past traumas that have caused fragmentation of the soul, or those problems that have caused long-term or long-standing issues. The aims of the studies are how these things will affect an individual later in life, or how an individual will deal with this spiritually. There is no easy fix when you're dealing with childhood trauma, or childhood incest, or childhood sexual assault. When we think about intimate partner violence, our mind automatically goes to the word abuse. We see verbal abuse, physical abuse, economical or financial abuse, sexual abuse, or spiritual abuse is wrong. And it's never appropriate to be taken advantage of this way, especially when we're in a relationship with that person. We have to remember that sin always damages relationships, and sometimes people are damaged for decades or their whole life. God's purpose is to deliver us from that abuse, meaning we must speak up and speak out. We must protect ourselves, and we must expose the abuser. And that may sound fantastic, but secrets are deadly, especially when there is abuse in the home. And bringing those deeds forward might cause more abuse, or might cause a rift in a relationship. But abuse is not okay. It is appropriate to stop enabling those individuals from causing more damage. And it's good to see a person come full circle and apologize for their behavior. And most of the time we know that does not happen. But we want to initiate reconciliation of relationships and change the direction in the relationship, especially when it's abusive. Psalms 34:18 reminds us the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalms 34:18 through 20. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones. Not one of them will be broken. Psalms 34:18 through 20.